Hey now sports fans, Ribbo here for Caravel Gaming. I'm going to be playing my Control Pally for a bit. A previous version of this build had two Earthen Ring Farseers in place of what is currently the Mind Control techs. So that makes me a little bit weaker against Hunter, but improves my matchup against everything else. Pretty much every other deck makes at least 4 minions. So you get to pinch one of them. But, you know, we'll see. If we play too much Hunter, we'll swap them back out. So let's see how we do. As you can see, I'm rank 7. I didn't bother making any videos of me playing rank 20 through to, you know, this rank because, well, what's the point? What's the point beating up bad players? There isn't really much point there. So you start to get, you know, solid decks at this sort of stage.
Uther versus Rexa.
And unsurprisingly, it's a Hunter. Straight after saying, yeah, I do a little bit worse against Hunters now. But we're going first, which is nice. It's actually pretty important in this matchup. It really improves your chance of winning. And we have a Hogger. I quite like Hogger in a bunch of matchups right now. Oh, we've got an unknown opponent as well, so no idea what his name is. Now we could just throw the Wild Pyromancer out there. It's not a terrible option.
Reporting for duty.
Especially given, you know, if your opponent has a coin and makes like a 4/4.
I'll show them. I'll show them all. Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
So yeah, you definitely just throw the Mind Control techs in this matchup. They very rarely have 4 minions. And, you know, when they do have 4 minions, you just consecrate immediately anyway.
I feel icky.
Good time for a consecrate? Or do we get greedy?
Who are you? Engaging TC-130 into
So we're going to play another one of these. If he attacks my 3/3, then it's an explosive trap. That just answered your question. That's fine, we'll just set off the explosive trap. It's important, you know, important just to get those guys off the board. It's like they're done with. It stops him doing an Unleash the Hounds for, you know, 3 at this point.
I see.
And again, we're just going to keep our minions down so he can't do a ridiculous Unleash the Hounds. It would have been nice to get an older Peacekeeper. They're pretty important in this matchup for the Savannah High Mains.
I wonder.
That's what we're talking about? Yep, that's exactly what we're talking about. So we're just going to be putting down taunt after taunt after taunt at this point. And play around as many of his secrets. Like if you've got a big taunt, you know, and you never attack into a freezing trap, just leave the taunt there.
To my side.
And that's a pretty nice draw, actually.
Truth is my shield.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Justice shall prevail.
Lets me keep hold of my consecration. And I think we're probably just gonna sit here. I don't see much point to making another 1-1 in case he's got a second Buzzard Unleash combo. Which, trust me, even though he's only halfway through his deck, you just always turn up with both. Any Peacekeepers in this deck? Apparently not.
Truth is my shield.
Reporting for duty.
These are why the taunts are really handy. They just sit there and stop him from getting at my life total. I feel a consecration coming along. I guess we run this in first. Just to make sure. That that's not a freezing trap, because that would upset me a little bit. I don't think we have a choice though, do we?
To battle!
Indeed it is a freezing trap. Sure is lucky I've got 2 consecrations.
Justice shall prevail.
Oh, I've been inside that thing for months.
Here comes the Unleash. If he's going to play it, this is the time to play it. So we can hammer this, hit it with that. That leaves us with 6 mana to do not a whole lot, right? And again, I don't want to make a 1-1 here. There's no point, is there? There's 9 cards left in his deck, he could easily draw an Unleash. I'm quite happy sort of trading card for card here. I've still got more taunts to come out. And all I need is a Peacekeeper at this point. No, I don't mind the Unleash, as long as I've got taunts up, because that negates him killing you with the Leroy and other things afterwards.
Bring out your dead.
Well, the equality's not really the most useful here. Pretty sure we're just gonna take out some of his guys and play some more guys, really. That's his second Hunter's Mark out the way. We're going to save this equality for his second high main. Oh. How lucky! Or we can just clear his board and gain a bucket load of life. Like that, that seems pretty cool. Oh! True Silver Champion, it exists. It is in my deck. So this should take me out of reach. Pretty certain he can't deal me 22 points of damage now, especially not with yet another Belcher. And he's only got 4 cards left in his deck. He has 1 threat, the high main. Still haven't drawn either of my Peacekeepers. And there's 6 cards left in my deck, like the best card in the matchup, both of them hiding in the bottom 6 cards. So next turn is just make another taunt, make a True Silver Champion, gain another 2 life, beat him up.
I wonder.
Yeah, he knows he's lost at this point. It's one of the problems with the constructed queue is that when people have left, they just go, yeah, I'll just rage quit. And you gotta sit there for a minute. My win streak continues. So like I said, you know, sometimes you really need that 3 life from the Earthen Ring Farseers, but we didn't then. But we did go first, which is a huge help in the Hunter matchups. Come on, give me something that's not Hunter. It's going to be like the most... it's just going to be the most boring video of 1 hour of playing against Hunters.
I will fight with honor.
And now we're going second, so we are probably boned. Equality isn't any good in the early game, it's something you want in the late game. Oh! Dreamy. Okay, this has given us a chance. depending on which version of the Hunter deck we're up against. I mean, obviously, if the Hunter gets a nut draw, you just lose. It doesn't matter what happens. If the Hunter gets the most ridiculous start, you just go, yep, you win. Well played, nothing I can do about that. But if he gets anything less than perfect, then, you know, you've got a chance, right? Yeah, that's an easy, well, easy? Interesting lead out he's played there. Tempted to make a 1-1, but I'm not quite sure. I've not seen a Hunter build with the Direwolf in before.
I wonder.
I think I can make a 1-1 here. I can always coin into Consecration. I don't really want to silence it there.
To my side.
Guess I'm coining into Consecration then, right? Like, it's the one I hate it when they go. Whenever they make Animal Companion and it's Huffer, I just hate that. It's just 4 extra damage and that really matters at the end of the matchup. Like, the other two, I do not care about. Like, you can make those all day long. But when they make Huffer, it's like, oh, this is gonna be a ropey one here.
Engaging TC-130.
So just throw these out. They're not doing anything in the matchup. Nice. So that's completely ruined his turn as well. Nice, there we go. Finally drawn a true silver at a point in the game where it's relevant. Shock, it's a high main, so we silence it and then we peacekeeper it. You don't know how good it makes me feel to do that to a high main, cause I hate that damn card. And obviously it's another one. Luckily for us, we've got the Equality Pyromancer combo if we want it. But I don't think we need it just yet.
Last warning.
I mean, Equality by itself is fine.
Reporting for duty.
So he's drawn both his high mains. Let's see whether he's drawn his combo as well.
Side.
Yeah, obviously another Hoffer. I think it's so ridiculous. Look at me. I can make Hoffers, and that's like an 8 damage that I wouldn't take otherwise there. Very, very tedious. Okay, this might be a freezing trap. In which case we could pick this up.
Last warning.
Yeah, this sucks, but I have a feeling I have to do it.
For justice. The battle.
So, you know, if I had not took all that damage from the Huffers, I'd be looking a lot healthier here, but I've still got the taunts. And that's both of his high mains out of the way, so he pretty much can just shoot me for 2, and that's it. Trying to think whether he's used one of his 5 damage cards.
For justice.
Usually you prioritise putting the taunts down, but if you think he can kill you next turn, then you should obviously gain the life instead.
I let the dogs out. For justice.
So yeah, he can't win at this point. I've got 12 life sat in my hand with these 2 Guardian of Kings, and still 2 Peacekeepers. It's a deadly shot. So again, 2 more taunts. Like 13 life is plenty, given he's got to fight through 2 taunts first. Yeah, it's all completely irrelevant. He can't get to my Hogger, which is like really important card in this matchup, because it just goes more blocks, more blocks, more blocks.
I see.
And finally my Peacekeeper collapsed in Lotheb.
For justice.
And makes another taunt, and that's why I just love Hogger. Like, yeah, you can't do anything. You just cannot do anything at all.
Engaging TC-130 mental dislocator.
It's just got to be an amazing card he's just drawn here to win. He needs to get a buzzard off that and then draw an unleash. Yep, that's nice. And here comes the concede. We all ready for it? They shoot you for 2 and then they concede.
Well fought.
Okay! If it makes you happy. Oh. So yeah, being Hunter again, that was nice. I think this deck does well against everything apart from Miracle Rogue. Against Miracle Rogue, it just gets crushed. And you just go, okay, you know, you've won. You can still get really lucky, you know, if you get the equality consecrate combos off.
Versus Garrosh. Victory on death.
Now, I usually beat
will
Warrior.
fight with
Generally,
honor.
these aren't the fastest of matchups. But we keep the cards that have the card advantage here. So the Azor Drake we keep, and likewise with the equality. Like you can keep delay on hands as well, because you know it's not going to be a quick game at all against Control Warrior. I would always keep delay on hands if I draw it. You don't care about all the armor he gains. Just like let him have his armor smiths. Never silence them. They're completely irrelevant in the matchup. Like, just make 1/1s, let him hit it, and let him get it. That's fine, he doesn't do anything. And again, there's no point really wasting the coin here because we've got no play afterwards, so just make another 1-1. I used to have 3 silences in this deck. I had 1 Spellbreaker as well as the 2 Owls, and I much prefer this matchup with that extra Spellbreaker, but it was rough, but you know, I had to kind of take it out there. And then just make taunt after taunt after taunt, and just keep playing taunts. And he can have as much armor as he wants. It's completely irrelevant because hopefully in 20 turns time we'll beat him. Now he can still win, like if he gets the absolute ridiculous nuts play. Where he goes like Alex Straza, and then the following turn Garrosh, and then loses the last Death Spite. And, you know, and just takes all your life away. Now, this is normally a card we would have a silence for. But a Peacekeeper also works just as well. Though maybe we just make this guy.
I wonder.
No, Peacekeeper's probably fine for this guy, isn't he?
Follow the rule.
The only other thing you have to do is play around Brawl. Like, as long as he doesn't savage you with the Brawl, it's fine. Now this is awkward drawing the owl now, because obviously we want to silence this, but we don't want to put it back to 4 power. But we could silence this guy.
Last warning. To battle.
Not a terrible spot for an equality. Oh. Not a terrible spot for an equality followed by a Harrison Jones to blow up the world. Oh. Might be a bit greedy this though.
Belongs in a museum.
And we're going to make a 1-1. It's pretty important given I've got an equality. So if he goes like Ragnaros this turn, hopefully I'll have a chance. Well, he won't be doing it this turn.
Truth is my shield.
Reporting for duty. To battle!
And run this guy in, because obviously this deals 4 damage here. So if he's got a whirlwind or something, you don't miss out on any damage there. Yeah, it looks like he's probably got a Ragnarok here, right?
Follow the rule. Reporting for duty.
I feel it's important to get that taunt out the way this turn again. I just want to be able to equality if I have to. I mean, I've got the combo with the Wild Pyromancer, so it's not terrible. Now, normally with Garrosh, you normally have to kill it with the equality, but, you know, that's fine. He didn't hit me for 10. And we can definitely silence the Acolyte of Pain.
Reporting for duty. Last warning.
So he should bust out his Brawl any second here, but we've still got plenty of cards. As you can see, there's just so much we don't care about in this match.
Engaging TC-130 into
To
dislocation.
battle.
So he's going to run Gromash into my 5/6, and then Death's Bite afterwards, which is why I made the Mind Control tech. To make a 1/1, it just dies to the Death Bite, so this like leaves me with something on the board.
Who are you?
Tedious. Pretty sure we'd be trading these off normally here.
Truth is my shield.
Don't test me, child. Reporting for duty.
So I'm going to pop his bubble in case he's got a weapon or something to pop my bubble. Not really surprising there, Raggy. That's fine, I'm just taking 8 here and then laying on hands and getting it all back.
To battle.
Like to play with fire?
Don't test me, child.
But that's pretty much all of his threats gone now. He's got
Tazdingo!
a couple of crappy taunts, possibly. Pretty much everything good's gone from his deck now. Like, he thinks he can kill me, obviously.
For justice!
Engaging TC-130. Mental dislocation.
I should be able to draw another taunt. But I think pretty much all of his direct damage has gone from the deck now. Because he's lost Garrosh. He might be being super greedy and
Who are you?
For justice!
obviously don't play the Hammer of Wrath here. That would be really bad.
Reporting for duty.
And play briefly around Brawl by not lobbing the Pyromancer out for no reason. I'm shocked it's a Brawl.
I'm almost out of cards.
And hey look,
Tazdingo!
it's a taunt.
For justice. Reporting for duty.
So let's see what is left in his deck. Pretty sure it's just an Armor Smith and crap cards like that.
I'm out of cards.
And now I'm out of cards. But the last card in my deck is a Sludge Belt.
For justice. Reporting for duty.
Like I said, you know, this is generally what happens. He runs out of cards, you still have like 4 or 5 in your hand. And you normally have enough to just beat him up in time. Especially since I've not used any of these consecrations yet. Well, he's doing well for weapons. 1 damage.
For justice. Reporting for duty.
And here's a bunch of cards we can't play.
Well played.
Armor made to fit.
Yep, so, you know, you always sort of just get there against Warrior, I find. Kind of awkward that both my consecrations were at the bottom of the deck, because, you know, equality consecrate, so you keep your guys and get to beat him up is really important. It's also nice just to not play Hunter, but none of the matchups are ever fast with this deck, they're all ridiculously slow. Good, I'm glad I played a Warlock.
Your soul shall be mine.
Okay, equality
I
is
will fight with honor.
generally pretty crap. You can keep 1, You certainly don't want them both in case you get your Wild Pyromancer to go with it. We got the Consecration, so now I'm a little bit happier. If he's playing Rush, which he kind of is, the Owls are generally have to keep for the eggs, but occasionally, if they make an Undertaker, you probably have to just go right ahead and silence that, to be honest. But I'm not going to use my coin, because I feel like I might have to coin turn 3 into a Consecrate. We've got the True Silver Champion for the egg now, anyway.
The light protects me.
For justice.
Obviously we attack the Chow because it's got 3 toughness and doesn't die to Consecrate.
My shield for
I was about to say, it wouldn't surprise me if he's got his Defender of Argus.
For justice.
So, you know, it's still up in the air. Depends how many Doom Guards. You know, if he gets both his Doom Guards, it's like, okay, that'll do it. But again, you know, I've got the equality. If you get the Wild Pyromancer, then you know, we just win at that point. So we're just playing cards to buy us time here.
Put this apple on your head.
So we need either a Consecration or one of the Wild Pyromancers. So 3 outs in the deck. Obviously don't get any of them. So I'm going to use one of my equalities just to get his Doom Guard down to 1 toughness in case I draw a Consecration next turn, so I don't have to equality them. But yeah, we pretty much lost this one because we're going second against the deck and we didn't get a board clear. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Just attack with your Doom Guard. I mean, this... Oh, there you go. So when they nut draw you, yeah, there's nothing you can do. So, congrats, you nut drew me. That's fine. Like, if I go first there, I win. Like, absolutely guaranteed. Because I make Taunt turn 4, Taunt turn 5, Taunt turn 6. Like, the only time he can win in this matchup is going first and I don't have the Wild Pyromancer. Because I can either go Wild Pyromancer Consecrate, which completely clears his board, or obviously Equality is preferred.
Uther versus Rexar.
Oh, and obviously I don't draw any of my Mind Control techs in that matchup, which are obviously amazing. As he pretty much always has 4 minions out. So I got no Mind Control techs, no older Peacekeepers, no Wild Pyromancers. Like, they were all pretty important cards in that matchup. That's it, you lose, you know, and then he goes, oh look, I've made a Doom Guard. Yep. not Huffer, thank God. Like, when it's not Huffer, it's like just makes me so happy.
For justice.
Always clear the board, because the spider is a beast. So you don't want him making Houndmaster next turn and then beating you up with the 3-4. But we got the combo in case things go nuts on his side of the board.
Bring out your dead.
I feel icky.
For justice.
So I'm happy so far against this hunter, who's another unknown player.
To my side.
Awesome, you got the crap one. As long as they don't make Huffer, I'm very happy. So, lob the taunt down. No Peacekeeper though for his high main. That's fine, doesn't do anything. Right, it does even less now. And we're going to attack it as well in case he's got that card that deals 5 damage, so might as well take it out briefly.
For justice.
Again, just throw the mind control text out. He's never going to have 4 minions in this
I'll
matchup.
show them. I'll show them all. I'll show them. I'll show them all. I feel icky.
Hogger's not a terrible draw here.
For justice.
Who are you?
That's fine. That is also fine.
Who are you?
So one of the cool things we can do here is actually set off his freezing trap and play the Guardian of Kings back down. And it obviously is a freezing trap by the fact that he just did that. So we probably just combo kill everything. Yeah, seems fine. I mean, we know what it is. And I don't care about the charges on his weapon. Due to Hogger, just going to make a taunt every turn. Nor do I care about, like, that damage.
Truth is my shield.
I mean, we know that's explosive trap in his hand. So we're gonna trigger it
Justice.
before Hogger makes a guy at end of turn. And he just can't fight through these guys now. I've got Harrison as well, just for rubs. Just to rub it in a bit more. Like, yeah, you can't actually do a thing against Hogger. That's why I love Hogger. So we're gonna play another, you know, and like no one else plays Hogger, and I just think he's just really good in the current meta game against like a bunch of different decks. He's certainly, you know, a 2-for-1 a lot of the time with your opponent. Oh, hey, look, he had another hunter.
Let the hunt begin.
Okay, we got the Peacekeeper. We're obviously keeping that. But these three can all go away. So we're looking for like Silence Owl and just stuff we can play in the early game, and we're not looking for Tyrion. There's the one card we don't want at the start of the game, the most expensive card in the deck.
Bring out your dead.
So no Silence Owl, so if he gets the fast start on us, he might wreck us here. Yeah, he's gonna keep one of his 1-mana guys there. We could certainly coin out a 3/3 here. Doesn't seem a terrible option.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
And then save the Peacekeeper for his obligatory animal companion in turn 3 that they always have, right? Oh, lucky!
Follow the rule.
Well, yeah, this is a pretty rubbish hand at the moment.
Mind if I roll need?
That'll be a freezing trap. That's a little bit handy.
Tandingo. Yes.
Obviously, we don't want to attack and give him another charge. I mean, we can next turn because we've got Harrison, but we might just be on too low of a life at that point. If he trades off, that's even more awesome. But yeah, no, we haven't drawn any taunts here, and we haven't drawn any consecrates. Well, there is a consecrate, but it's largely irrelevant at this point. I think we just have to play Harrison here. Some of the hunter decks only run 1 bow, some run 2.
I let the dogs out.
I am shocked. But we've still got a chance. Not much of a chance. It all depends whether he draws his Leroy or not, really. Yeah, that's getting silenced. And see whether we can actually draw one of our life gain cards. They are in there somewhere. We have 3 turns to draw it, assuming he doesn't get the 5 damage to the face card.
I'll show them.
For some reason I can't remember what it's called. Ah! That's what we were after. So we're not going to attack, we're going to use the freezing trap on the Guardian of Kings. Once this secret goes off. There you go, that's a freezing trap there. Well, we were going to do that. I still feel we should do that.
Put your faith in the light. Vengeance. Job's done.
Yeah, obviously, slight mistake there. Should have played that afterwards. It just means I take an extra point of damage for a few turns there, which is awkward. Yep, very, very awkward. So, a bit silly of me, that one. And not really anything we can do about that at this point.
For justice.
So, yeah, we didn't have a taunt, unfortunately, so he gets to kill us. 2 extra damage, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered, but that was pretty daft of me. I'm not sure why he wanted to make his 1-1 there. Okay, you've made a 1-1, that's nice. But yeah, it all depends on the high mains in that matchup. Or if I have a Peacekeeper for them, more importantly. What I should have done is not attack him with that, but attack his 1-1 with the 5-6, and then it'll get picked up, and I get to keep my 2 other guys. So yeah, that was what I should have done. I would have done that had I not been talking to you.
Soul shall be mine.
Yes.
I will fight with honor.
So we're keeping the owl in case he's got Nerubian egg, stuff like that, and obviously like Knife Juggler's another card, but usually it's the egg if they're playing the egg. So yeah, if I'd played that correctly, I would have run my 5-6 into a 1-1 and gets picked up, and I'd still have the taunt. Okay, yeah. Well, I guess we know what he's playing now, huh? Playing Handlock. He's probably playing the version with the power overwhelming and the copy.
Follow the rule. The battle.
Try and hit you for 20 in a turn by going Leroy, power overwhelming, copy it, hit you for 20.
Tadingo! Last warning!
It's important to make 1/1s in this matchup for when they make the Twilight Drakes. And this might actually be pretty useful in this matchup as well.
Last warning. Reporting for duty.
Like, Handlock very often has like 4 or 5 minions out on the board quite easily. And we don't want to put too much out because of Shadow Flame. I don't think Handlock's a very good deck at the moment to be playing in the current meta game of Hunter everywhere. Feels like you just get crushed. I don't know why all my opponents coming up as unknown.
For justice. To battle. Last warning.
So we're gonna take all of his guys out for when he has Hellfire and stuff like that. We might as well kill everything, or like if he Shadow Flames this, I want to make sure he's not beating us up.
I wonder.
So we're going to take this out so we can't Shadow Flame it.
Battle. Last warning.
Now, he shouldn't drop out his Magma Giants if he's got them because of equality. But sometimes they just go, you know what, I don't care. Oh, there's the Shadow Flame. He's worried about me killing him next turn, obviously.
Eyes are open.
And we know he's got a removal spell next turn.
For justice.
We know he has Siphon Soul.
Duty.
So I'm going to see whether I can bait the Siphon Soul off him. Because obviously equality works just as well with Consecration as it does with Wild Pyromancer. So we're going to throw the Guardian of Kings out for him to Siphon Soul, and then the Sunwalker. Hopefully he'll stick the turn after.
Reporting for duty.
And that'll be something for his Giant to have to fight through. But we can deal 8 damage to the Giant, you know,
So
with the
many
3-2 and the 1-1 at this point.
possibilities.
This match would be a lot easier if I was running Black Knight. But because Handlock's just a terrible deck at the moment, there's no reason to consider playing Black Knight. Like, you beat all the druid decks anyway. But one equality would make this game so much easier right now. And he's just gone, you know what, screw it.
My shield for Argus.
He's lost his Siphon Soul, that's nice. Do we get an equality? He's actually lost the game there if I draw equality. Which is a little bit awkward, really.
Follow the rule.
I don't think we need to...
For justice.
Pyromancer... probably has to be the Mind Control tech, doesn't it?
Into dislocator.
Nice that he lost the Siphon Soul anyway. That makes me happy. He obviously has Jiraxxus.
Shields up!
That's it, yeah, that's right, come on, you can hit for one. There you go. Oh! And we draw an equality, finally. Like, the card does exist, apparently. And the question is whether I want to actually use it here. It would seem pretty bad. I think I can just stall for another turn, to be honest.
I wonder.
Silence that.
Let me think.
Yeah, it's like no matter how I do it here, can't just scrape past. Put him to 1, which is awkward. He's obviously playing Jiraxxus next turn. So the question is whether he can kill me in the meantime.
Truth is my shield.
If he Hellfires, you know, he Hellfires.
Last warning. Reporting for duty.
Yeah, that's why I did what I did. It's like, you've got a 4/4. You know, if you've got the Soulfire as well, if you've got the perfect 3 cards, which he does, he wins. Sylvanas? Okay, that seems a bit random. So we could have cleared the board there, but I just lose to Jiraxxus after doing that, because I've got kind of nothing to show. So I wanted him to do things and next turn and not kill me. And if he didn't kill me, I was in a lot better position at that point. But yeah, you shouldn't play handlock pretty much ever in this matchup. But this is a matchup I generally do well against. No, you can keep lay on hands in this matchup. Like, winning or losing comes down to whether he plays Thought Steal or not. Like, if he Thought Steals turn 3 and 4, you lose, because the best cards in his deck are yours. Like, most of his deck's largely irrelevant. Obviously, if he makes the Cleric, the 1/3 for 1 mana, Northshire Cleric, you don't make a guy. Like, on your turn 2, you don't produce a 1/1, because he just attacks in, heals up and draws a card. And that's one of the few ways he can actually win this matchup. And as long as you draw a true Silver Champion, you're just golden.
For justice.
Hammer of Wrath's also important because you make the 1/1 and then finish it off like that. The only thing that is awkward is when he makes the Injured Blade Master and Circle of Healing on turn 3. Then that can be a problem if you don't have an older Peacekeeper for it. But I don't care here because I've got the Hammer of Wrath, so like I'm just pretty much, he's just like throwing cards.
For justice.
I have 7 cards in hand to his 5 at this point. Soon to be 8 with next turn. And I've still got my equality, so I'm pretty certain he's lost this game already. And we run the 1 in because he has Cabal Shadow Priest at 6 mana, so we don't want him to pinch our little 1/1 there.
I see.
Truth is my shield.
And again, don't attack, just sit back. Peacekeeper would have been nice, but we got Equality Consecrate in hand now, so if he makes 4 guys as well, we can probably just go ahead and pinch one. So he's completely forgotten about what Consecrate does here. You know, he's just thrown away 2 of his guys for no reason. He's like, yep, that was nice.
Justice shall prevail.
Yeah, he should play around Consecrate in this matchup. The crap versions of this priest deck run 1 Mind Control. The good versions don't have a Mind Control. Mind Control is way too slow, and all it does, it gets a 2/1 against all the hunters. So, like, don't play Mind Control if you do decide to give priest a bash. He's not happy. If he makes Ragnaros, we can Equality Hammer it.
For justice.
Yeah, we can pop the bubble like that, I guess.
For justice.
He probably got that out of my deck with the Thought Steal. So if he's got the 3/5, he'll probably play it at this point. And then he'll shoot my 4/1 for 2 damage. Oh, you got a Guardian Kings out of my deck as well. That's lucky of him. Hogger's a pretty good card in this matchup. But we don't need to play that
For
yet.
justice.
So I'm just playing around the Cabal Shadow Priest and the Orkanai Soul Priest by not having too much on the board, you know, just trading off where possible. So you can't go Orkanai Soul Priest, Circle of Healing, clear my side of the board.
I wonder.
Like, his life's completely irrelevant, you know, you're just running him out of cards. Like, once you've run him out of all the cards, his life will drop to 0. That's what happens. But we're not trying to be aggro here and beat him up.
Let me change your mind.
There's a Cabal Shadow Priest doing absolutely nothing. What a shocker. But I think we can just start beating him up at this point. Doesn't seem to be a terrible option, to be honest. He's already used 1 Circle of Healing, so he can't double Circle of Healing if he makes the Soul Priest.
Is someone injured?
And again, he's just doing things which aren't that important in the matchup here. Though we should probably take the priest out. Get rid of the 1/2. Seems a reasonable time for Hogger. But I think first we bait his other priest. Let him pinch my 1/1 so he doesn't get one of my little 2/2 nulls instead. He'll use Shadow Word Death, because he's definitely drawn one of those by now, on the 5/6. And if he uses his Mind Control, then we just get to drop Tyrion and laugh.
Embrace the void.
That's pretty much how I called it there. I mean, we could equality here, but I'm not convinced it's a brilliant idea. Does keep the pressure up on him though, so...
The battle! Reporting for duty.
If he makes like Sylvanus, I'll lay on hands me and try and draw one of my Silence Owls.
I wonder.
Well, we know
Let
he's
me
got another
change
Cabal
your
Shadow
mind.
Priest, obviously.
The damned stand ready.
Truth is my shield.
So I don't care about that being a 4-8. I think, again, that's largely irrelevant.
Reporting for duty.
But he should Holy Nova here.
Do you like to play?
And he's got Greedy as well. Okay, so he doesn't have a Holy Nova, but he's probably got one of my Consecrates at this point. Like, there's no way he doesn't have an other spell. Must have a spell. Just play a spell.
The rule.
Really? Doesn't have a spell? Wow. That's very harsh for him, that. Come on, you can do something. Come on. Come on. There we go. Finally done. So we're looking for our Silence Owl at this point. Or a Consecrate. Like, that also works. Yeah, definitely the Silence Owl though. So heal this guy back up to 4/4. And finally draw my owl. Thank you very much.
Justice shall prevail.
Hogger really does get work done in this matchup. Like, generally you know you're playing it after he's Holy Nova'd and done things like that. But yeah, and then they Holy Fire it. But you've also had like multiple nulls out of it as well. And now we're down to his crap cards, like the Zombie Chows and stuff like that. You just go, oh, that's nice.
Justice shall prevail.
Reporting for duty.
And we still got 6 cards to his 4 and more guys on the board.
Is someone injured?
And we're not playing Tyrion, in case he's got mind control. I wonder if I've lost, he says. I'm not sure why it just took him a minute to play Shadow Word Death there. I should take him approximately 1 second to play that card.
To battle!
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Reporting for duty.
Like, sits there for a minute and then goes, Shadow Word Death on your 5/6. Okay. So we've got our other equality. He still has Sylvanas in his deck. Like, I know every card in this matchup because I played against his priest deck so many. He might actually, some versions have Ragnaros instead of Mind Control. Whenever they make the Blade Masters, because that's really the only card you generally care about. You've got the Peacekeepers for them.
Follow the rule.
Who are you?
Reporting for duty.
And we could probably have a Peacekeeper for that as well, to be honest. But this also works fine.
I'm almost out of cards. Follow the rule. Last warning.
So we're still waiting for him to do something in this matchup. Oh, he's probably running Cairn Bloodhoof as well. Again, like, why is it taking him 5 minutes to play Holy Nova? What makes them so slow? Yeah, Harrison's not that useful in this matchup.
Reporting for duty.
So it's like, he Holy Novas and you just fill the board right up. And we're still sat here with Tyrion. Because we don't know whether he's playing Mind Control or not. Yeah, put another Power Word Shield on it, dude. Why not?
I have no time for games.
There's Sylvanas, finally. You done? Slow people are just ridiculous. How painful it is to play against people who are slow like this.
Reporting for duty.
Well, we could equality here. Or we could just beat him up, really. That seems reasonable as well. I maybe could have held on to that because we don't want him stealing the Wild Pyromancer with Sylvanas.
I must consider.
Come on, stop being slow! Come on, this is so easy for you to do. There we go. Like, how hard was that at all? Wasn't hard at all, was it? It was like the super easiest thing going. Does he still have mind control? If he has a mind control, he should mind control the 3-2, and then he does 1 damage to everything. This is so easy! Come on, this should be like automatic, this stuff.
The battle! Put your faith in the light. Reporting for duty.
Let's see whether he has a mind control in his deck. I get to concede if he does. I mean, I could have killed him a lot earlier if I knew he didn't run mind control.
Embrace the void.
Turns out, no, he doesn't. But he gets an equality, that's funny.
Well played.
So he just killed himself, okay, that's nice of you.
Reporting for duty.
You have better.
So we played around mind control as much as possible and then went, you know what, can't do that anymore. Get around to beating him up. So yeah, I would have crushed him if I'd played Tyrion, like 12 turns earlier. But I was trying to avoid playing my best card against it. Anyway, you know, the deck seems to do pretty well against all of it, apart from Miracle Rogue, but that seems to have been pretty much hated out of the format as of Season 6, I think it is now. But I will make a few more of these videos. There's another deck that I want to look at as well, which is this Druid deck that I posted in the Facebook group. That other people have had quite some success with. Anyway, until next time, ta-da.